All right, guys, we are going to be reacting to the truth about prime Larry Bird. This was recommended from you guys. We're going to simply lock in here. Make sure you guys subscribe. Let's go.
At the other forward, in his 7th year from Indiana State, at number 33, Larry Bird.
He was the toughest player I ever had to guard and I had to play against. And the reason for it, he's 6'10".
Damn,
Hits
6'10".
the three-point shot. He can post you up. And he can see over the top of you at 6'10", so he can always pick you apart with the pass. And he was a great rebounder as well and putting the ball on the floor in the open floor.
A lot of young kids will say, I'm going to be a great athlete. Well, that's your first mistake. A great athlete going to give you a lot of oohs and ahs. A great basketball player going to beat you every night. That's who Larry Bird was.
I love those little wisdoms sayings. That's the game that you don't see a lot. Yeah, that kind of old school basketball, which literally make you win the games.
If you were writing a book about basketball, the people just saw would merit a chapter or two. But ask any basketball expert, and they'll tell you that if you're rewriting the story of basketball, the author, Larry Bird.
When it comes to the career of one Larry Joe Bird, he's universally regarded as one of the best players of all time, most impactful, as well as influential. For guys like Bird, Magic, and Jordan, what they did in the 80s and 1990s cannot be underrated. Now, one thing that can be underrated is those guys' overall skill sets. And looking at Bird first and foremost, a lot of Bird's stats and numbers, yes, they are available.
Nice
more
fake.
Advanced analytics, advanced numbers simply didn't exist,
triple-double?
and they weren't tracked.
That's a damn shame.
Now, luckily for you guys out there, I'm a basketball psychopath who loves NBA history.
It's funny
so
because look at the look. He looks clunky. He looks very clunky, guys. I'm a
basketball psychopath who loves NBA history.
He looks so clunky, man.
At Larry Bird, I did the past
but
month.
he get the job done.
I watched the entire 86 playoff run, 18 total games, and tracked all of Bird's advanced stats, metrics, and data nobody's ever thought to uncover.
Well, we're waiting.
Yeah, we're waiting.
So when it comes to 86 Bird, this guy undoubtedly one of the best players of all time, and in my view, the best small forward peak we've ever seen. As Bird at this point was a 3-time MVP all consecutively, one of the best shooters in the game, passers, rebounders, as well as fourth quarter players. And looking at his postseason run, if that wasn't impressive enough, Bird's overall production went up come playoff time. As that year's playoffs, 25.9 points, 9.3 boards, 8.2 assists on impeccable shooting splits, along with 2.1 steals.
Wow.
Larry Bird's raw stat numbers were highly impressive. As looking through NBA history, at 25 8-8 playoff runs, this run 86 was the first of its kind. And since that date, only 3 players since then have joined him in this elite company, that being Jokic, Doncic, and LeBron James.
Not bad.
Now, where Bird really separates himself is in the efficiency category. As their high volume playoff runs at 50-40-90 splits, there's only 3 of them. Bird 86, Kawhi 2017, and Kevin Durant in 2019. Why Larry Bird's so unique and so special, he can stuff the stat sheet like Luka, Jokic, and LeBron.
Bro, that was clunky. Look at that.
So special,
clunky.
He can stuff the stat sheet like Luka, Jokic, and LeBron, but maintain efficiency who has a Kevin Durant.
It's crazy because he does look very clunky.
Why Larry Bird's so unique and so special, he can stuff the stat sheet like Luka, Jokic, and LeBron, but maintain efficiency who has a Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard, who are primarily scorers and not asked to pass the ball nearly as much.
Peterson may have nightmares guarding Larry Bird.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
He's going to go one-on-one. Oh, my goodness.
Trying to back in on Woolridge. Finds McHale cutting for 2 and a great pass by Larry Bird.
And they did in game 1.
Bird had the ball in good position. Found the open.
Peterson, and then they forget about McHale. Let him roll easily into the hoop. When you get the ball in Bird's hands, anybody that has half a step on his defender is going to get the ball.
And for guys like KD and Kawhi Leonard, they're regarded as great elite scorers who have phenomenal jump shots. Someone like Larry Bird, yes, we know he's a great jump shooter. We don't know just how great he was, of course, until now. And looking at 86 Bird, he was pretty phenomenal. In this playoff run, on jump shots, 48%, at over 220 attempts. When you look at LeBron, KD, and Kawhi Leonard in postseasons, who took at least 200 jump shots, here's their overall numbers in comparison to Bird. LeBron, in his playoff career, 8 separate times took 200 plus jump shots. In those runs, not once close to 48%, and peaked out in the low 40s. Someone like Kawhi Leonard only one playoff run with 200 plus jumpers in 2019. That percentage, 43.8%, well below Bird. Now looking at Durant, 7 separate years of 200 plus jump shots. Out of those 7 seasons, only one of them was higher than Bird, as a majority of KD's seasons are in the high 30s, mid 40s.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
So Larry Bird right here compared to 16 different seasons from LeBron, KD, and Kawhi, only one of those seasons out of the bunch tops Bird from 86. And it being Durant, honestly isn't that shocking, as Durant the jump shooter is absolutely phenomenal and lights out. But in the same vein, Larry Bird was equally as good, if not better, most seasons.
To see the game to come to this point after 30-some years, and teams are taking 35, a lot of them over 30 three-pointers a game, some 50. I just never anticipated that. When I played, I never shot that many. I've always used it at the end of the game. If you're down 1 or if you're up 2, you make a three-pointer, demoralizes the team.
Celts up by 3. Parrish gets it back to Bird, who takes a three-pointer of his own. Gets it to Walton. Bird's three-pointer. Oh, he bangs in another one.
I tell you, I played with him, I coached him.
Beautiful jump shot, man. Beautiful. Nice and classic jump shot.
Here it is. A three-pointer. Bird walks off the court.
In the 1980s for Larry Bird, taking threes, yes, it was acceptable, but it wasn't widely pushed as the primary weapon for offensive player. And for Bird, he wasn't just a three-point shooter, a long-range guy. Larry Bird's offensive game was at all 3 levels. Larry Bird in the mid-range, 56%. Catch and shoot shots, 48%. All post-ups, 64%. Fadeaways, 57%. And left-hand shots, 69%.
Wow.
Back at the Hawks. They go low to Bird. Gets the double team. Wants it.
The lefty.
McRae on Bird. They isolate him one-on-one. Celtics like that situation. And a left-handed shot
against McRae. He knows McRae is going to come back to his right hand. And he shoots it lefty to confuse him a little bit.
Working against McRae now. Works his way in.
See, that left hand looks clunky, too. But he's just practical. See, he's just being practical.
Attacking his right hand, forcing him to his left.
And you can notice it, yeah, see, on the release, it's kind of releasing the ball like,
Larry Bird, the scorer and shooter, could do it in a variety of ways from a variety of spots on the court. And actually the go-to spot was in the mid-range, the in-between game. And look at those numbers, 76 of 135.
Wow.
Not just great volume, but also great efficiency. And looking at the rest of NBA history, since 97 the tracking data began, 125 players in this time period took 100 more mid-range jump shots in a single postseason run. Out of those 125, only 7 of them are above 50% shooting. And looking at the top 5, it's definitely pretty telling.
Nice.
5th place, Durant 2012. 4th place, Durant 2018. 3rd place, Durant 2021. 2nd, Larry Joe Bird. And 1st place, Steve Nash, 2005.
And mind you, I just want to say this. Also, the era where Bird was playing, it was a more physical game than today. Today, you have a more offensive because it's less physical. So have that in mind.
So once again, Larry Bird the shooter in some pretty great company. In the small forward position, a notch better than Kevin Durant at his absolute best. Now, staying with Bird's shot making, looking at catch and shoot jumpers, Bird in this playoff run was 48 of 100, exactly 48%. Tracking data for catch and shoot shots goes back to 2014. During that very selective time period, 41 players have taken at least 100 catch and shoot jump shots in that run. Out of that list, Bird ranks 4th all time at that 48%. The guys ahead of him, Al Horford, Klay Thompson, and Jokic.
Julian cheated way in.
Jokic going to throw it up
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic.
Jokic going to throw it up from.
Nikola Jokic.
That's crazy. He literally threw that ball like a baseball.
Julian cheated way in.
Jokic going to throw it up from.
Nikola Jokic.
I would love to play against him.
Now, the last big part of Larry Bird's game was post-up plays, back-to-the-basket plays. And his playoff run, total of 52 attempts with 33 makes. If you look through all of NBA history since 2014, 74 players all-time have taken at least 25 post shots in a single playoff run. Out of that list, Larry Bird comes in 5th place with the highest percentage, only behind Siakam, Embiid, Tim Duncan, and then John Collins. So that right there for Larry Bird in 3 different areas is the upper echelon of his peers in recorded NBA history. That again in mid-range shooting, catch and shoot jump shots, and post-up jumpers.
Reed starts out on Larry Bird. And his
Wow.
ball away is
Bird with 4, 3, 2.
Harris tries to go along the baseline, kicks it back to Bird. Bird fires, Bird hits!
I think he's almost created a different basketball type. He's a power forward and he's a quick forward, and he shoots like a guard. He's a creative guy.
Pointer no, Walton the rebound. Bird looking for his first basket. That's it.
When you depend on your superstar to get you 30 a game all season long, and all of a sudden, Bird.
When he's matched up against Rollins,
Bird.
he was special.
Larry Bird, the individual scorer
back,
and
man.
shooter, the most versatile player in league history, who was at the top of the class in nearly every single category. And ask yourself the question, how do you guard prime Larry Bird?
No idea.
Put a small, quick defender on him like Mitchell Wiggins. What does he do? He bullies them, gets around them, an easy layup.
Wow.
Put a bigger defender on them, then it's finesse game, pump fakes, get you out of your shoes, easy layup, easy jump shots. Then the final fail-safe, the athletic defender has speed, quickness, all the intangible tools on paper. Even guys like that, Dominic, Terry Cummings, Orlando Woolridge, them guarding Larry Bird, they're absolutely helpless.
3 minutes played in the game. Give the basket to Willis. Bird, great out fake.
Oh.
Doesn't keep up this
He was still
tempo,
flying,
Atlanta.
by the way.
Dominique,
Oh.
is going to have a big night.
Dominique fell down.
Takes it. Got it.
Doesn't score a point.
Bird working on Wilkins.
Oh,
Man, I miss this type of basketball.
helping create this win. Bird.
It's like an art. When you see this type of basketball, it's like an art. It's beautiful.
36
It's like a
for
late,
Larry Bird.
watching late Kobe Bryant.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
So that right there,
Yeah.
Larry Bird torching players.
Like those
who are
late
faster,
Michael
stronger, more
Jordan,
athletic,
late
the better
Kobe
players
Bryant, those
on
type of
paper,
games.
looking at
As you
physical
see the art
metrics.
of basketball.
And
It's,
again,
it's
Larry
beautiful.
Bird, the scorer, where's his weak point on
Look
the
at
court? He can shoot threes mid-range, he can post up, he can catch and shoot, and he has to shoot free throws. Is at 93%
With the shorties, huh?
on the season.
Perfection.
Larry Bird being so flawless offensively, really having no weak points, made him a big-time threat in the fourth quarters, one of the best clutch-time players the game's ever seen. And looking at 86 Bird in the fourth quarters and clutch time was pretty mind-boggling. In this run, 6.5 points per game, 2.1 dimes, 56% shooting, 64% from 3, and from the line, 85%. Those shooting split numbers right there are completely absurd, and they are video game-esque numbers. But again, to compare to all of NBA history, it becomes even more impressive. As looking at recorded history, since '97, there's 48 playoff runs per player, averaged 6.5 points per game in the fourth quarter or more. Out of those 48 runs, only 15 of the players shot above 50%. And Larry Bird, he was in the top 3. The only guys ahead of him, Ant Edwards last season, and Giannis in 2021.
My teammates knew at the end of the game, if it's close, I was going to take the shots. They knew that.
Rockets have not crumbled. They've hung in there with Hakeem on the bench. Bird going up. And a tie score. 12 ties and 16 lead changes tonight. Walton, who's been there before. Bird for 3 hits, and the Celtics lead by 3, and who else but Larry Bird.
Oh,
They
man.
kept coming back, and Bird hit the big three-pointer at the end to sort of give us the cushion we needed.
Larry Bird right there in the fourth quarters by the raw numbers, one of the best players of all time, if not the single best peak for player in all of league history. But here's the added detail, those 2.1 dimes. At first glance, that might not seem like much, but looking at fourth quarter plays, that number is absurdly high. I mean, look at this list. John Stockton, Rondo, Kidd, LeBron, Luka, some of the best point guards, point forwards in league history. So Bird for fourth quarter scoring and fourth quarter passing is absolutely elite, the cream of the crop. But here's the one big detail. Unlike a lot of point forwards, many Luka and LeBron James, what does Larry Bird not do? Handle the ball 24/7 and be extremely ball dominant.
Pushing from the rear.
Wow. Great assistant. Very good assistant.
The Celtics have been around this score for great.
Oh.
By Johnson.
Boston.
Oh, that was hard to see.
Very impressive third period here in game 2. Bird, what a pass from Dennis
Oh
Johnson.
my God.
I think he's thinking too much. And normally he would just catch that basketball and just dunk it or go into
that dude.
The game of
Yo,
basketball.
that dude threw that ball very funny too.
Just catch that basketball and just dunk it or go into the
He went like this. Went like this.
The game of basketball is pretty simple if the ball's moving.
Sure.
Now, the point guard can do whatever he wants to do. Instead of dribbling from one side to the other, back and forth. But he's an initiator. And if he gets that ball moving, that ball's moving, everybody feels a part of it. It doesn't matter where it ends up because it's always going to end up to the best player. You know? Sometimes that always happens.
Yeah.
But
Ball has energy.
that's right. And you get that ball moving and good things happen all the time. It's a pretty simple game if you play it the right way.
Perfect until now. Celtics running. They have a chance here. 4-on-2. Bird to pass.
Oh.
It's more effective offensively.
Look at that beauty. You get that beauty.
Out that way. Boston 2-on-1, and Webb is back.
Wow.
Bird is on Lloyd now, doubling on Sampson, and takes the ball away.
He's thinking clunky. Super clunky. He's like driving the ball like here.
When you have a selfless superstar like a Steph Curry or Larry Bird, they don't need the basketball.
Super fundamental. Super fundamentals.
Exponentially. And looking at Boston, Larry Bird's
I'm telling you, you win
whether it be a
championships
Johnson,
like that.
Hale Parrish, heck, even a Bill Walton, those guys with Bird in his system were definitely maximized at their full absolute potential. Now, looking at Larry Bird's off-ball stats, his dribbling stats, these are pretty staggering and shocking. As looking at Bird's field goals made, a total of 171. Out of those field goals, 86 of them came with 0 dribbles. That's over half. 41 of those field goals, only with 1 dribble, 19 of them with 2, 23 with 3 to 6, and 7+ dribbles, only 2 made field goals.
So it's true. It's true.
Larry Bird trying
so he did believe in that same principle. Move the ball and magical things happens. Right? Magic things happen. Whatever he said. Something magical. See, he's not. He's always moving.
Walton, Ainge, and McHale. 5 men on the floor for KC. Great.
See, he's always moving.
Bird got into
Wow, man, that's crazy, man. Bird was something else, man. Like someone like a genius there. Yeah, he's like a genius.
For a young player to come in and get in the finals, doesn't understand the pressure.
When discussing the best point forwards in NBA history, of course you have guys like Luka, LeBron James, and then a Larry Bird. But the way guys like Luka and LeBron played, it was much more their show, their story, their hand on the joystick. For Larry Bird, a much more unselfish player who allowed teammates to thrive and do their own thing. Now, with that being said, Larry Bird, the point forward, the passing forward, in my view, the best of all time.
Away from the Rockets.
Level hits a three-pointer from the corner. And Ainge releasing the other way, gets 2 of them back.
The Rockets still tentative, and there's a long pass to McHale.
Yo, come on now. Get it done. He's playing too much games.
Tapped by Bird to McHale.
Wow.
Respect of all the teams, their offensive rebounding, and Bird does it better than anybody, keeping it alive. Nice little tip down to McHale.
A couple of games and staying in the games. They haven't turned the ball over, but we haven't pressured their guards. They're vulnerable, especially when
forward and center in college.
Danny Ainge on the other way.
To the basket. Bird just hit him with a screen. Then gets it back to McHale.
Only 20 points in the second period. Is Larry Bird. Good pass.
Wow, see, they really get it done. Like, they're not playing too many games. They get the job done.
Wilkins has got
I guess the less you dribble, the better.
none of them can shoot that well from
Pass the
outside,
ball. That's what it is.
where they should be
See?
going there.
Nice.
Pass the ball.
Forwards. Bird looking for the open man, finds him again.
Bird off a fake and a run back.
Only twice. You can see the most I've seen Bird dribble the ball has been like twice or 3 times.
Bird.
Oh, that was dangerous. That was a dangerous shot.
Bird
Oh.
Much like Bird's scoring ability is passing ability, he could slice and dice from anywhere on the court with a variety of passes. And for guys like Dennis Johnson, Walton, McHale, I mean, he had insane chemistry with those guys, threading the needle, throwing lobs, and full court dimes on the money.
Wow.
Is he good, Kramer? Oh, he's the best.
Now, for modern day fans looking at Larry Bird's passing, what they go to immediately is the stat sheet.
Triple-double.
For Bird's career, only 6 dimes per game, which in today's era is a mildly impressive number, but nothing staggering that jumps out as super impressive. And this right is a clear-cut example of stats being misleading. As looking at the modern era of basketball, the way assists are counted is completely fraudulent and wrong compared to the 1980s.
High up, and Bilal right now knocking down his first 3.
Lead is 6 for Washington.
That's almost a dribble.
Familiar, right?
Yep.
Last game, 40 assists on 44 made field goals.
You're smart. Beautiful vet.
Over 19.
He had 17 points back on February the 5th against the Wizards. He was 3 of 9 from 3.
Oh, that was weak.
Middleton got his hands on it and gets the steal. Bilal hustling back, get the basketball for the Nets.
Whoa. That was trouble.
Get the basketball for the Nets.
1, 2.
Claxton trailing.
Yo, what's trouble?
Now trying to work on home. Keyshawn driving the baseline. Muscling his way inside.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
So stopping that right there.
Yeah. I'm glad that they did that comparison. It looks weak. Like a lot of these players, they look weak.
An assist was counted and given on the stat sheet as a legit assist. A guy makes 2 or 3 moves after catching the ball.
Look at that.
That's an assist.
They look like kids, bro. Like I'm telling you, they look like kids. That's crazy. They look like kids, man.
Assist. For someone like Bird in the mid-80s, specifically 86, only averaging 6-7 dimes per game, what does that do to? Not Bird being an inferior passer, but the scorekeepers being much more strict and stringent, or what's an actual assist. For an example of this, look at Game 1 versus the Hawks in the second round. Bird on record officially only had 6 dimes, but he watched the game, very clearly had 8.
Loose Ainge, bounce pass, beautiful to Bird in the middle. Here's DJ.
The illegal defense.
McHale,
spot, you're going to get the ball. Not only get it, but you'll get it in a perfect situation to score. Just like that. I think he's thinking too much. And normally he would just catch that basketball and just dunk it or go in for the easy shot.
Parrish. Wilkins outside with Bird. Bounces back to McHale.
He and Moses Malone just seem to get all loose balls.
McHale scores coming inside. Still another rebound.
Oh, you see, twice. Only dribble the ball twice. Bam, bam. That's it. And it's always here, frontal.
I rest
dribble.
my case.
So that right there is clear-cut proof the old saying, numbers never lie, is indeed a pretty big falsehood. As looking at Bird right there, very clearly 8 dimes, what we got credit for was only 6. And you might say looking at that, well, what's the big deal? Only 2 assists. They missed a measly 2. Well, not the case, and it is a big deal. Looking at the entire 18-game playoff run Larry Bird, his official assist count was 8.2. But if you add in the non-credited assists, what it jumps to is 9.8. And again, why is that important? In today's era, looking at stats and numbers, a 1.6 jump is a monumental deal for all your advanced metrics, which fans nowadays are absolutely in love with. And looking at that year's NBA Finals versus the Rockets, Larry Bird's official assist count was 9.5. Still very, very impressive. If you add in the assists that weren't counted, what it jumps to is 11.5. Wow. Meaning the official record books, Larry Bird's assist count ranks second all time among Finals MVPs, only behind Magic and just ahead of Jordan in 1991.
What are you doing? I'm writing this down. This is good stuff.
So that right there for 86 Bird, a pretty good breakdown of his offensive game, shooting, and a little nuance that made Larry Bird the great player he was. But the one knock on Bird everyone always says is, on defense, he was subpar, and athletically, really couldn't cut it. And when someone says that, what they're really telling you is they haven't watched Larry Bird peak Larry Bird.
That's crazy.
And saying this guy was slow,
always good energy too.
Is false. Wow,
man! Look, y'all saw that?
This year's playoffs, the guys Bird guarded were one Sidney Moncrief, an elite point guard, someone like Kevin Willis, a 7-footer, Randy Brewer, who's 7'4", and then on certain switches, would guard guys like Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon and really hold his own pretty well.
Field gives the Celtics that 4-point lead again. Olajuwon fighting for the loose ball, and he lost it thanks to Larry Bird. 3-1-21 Chicago in overtime. Jordan.
That's Jordan.
And Bird got a hand on it.
Here he comes, Bird cuts off Jordan at the baseline. They turned him loose, pushed him underneath the basket.
The pressure was on, huh?
The ball, a pass out, hit the net.
Whitman and Webb in the backcourt. Inside, Livingston throws it away.
He isn't blessed with a great deal of jumping ability, but he's blessed with knowing where to put his body. He puts his body on the right part of the floor to defend. He has great anticipation.
Jordan up the floor for Chicago. They trail by 10.
Ooh.
2 remaining in the quarter.
Jordan.
McRae has McHale in his face. Bird against Olajuwon. Great play by Bird.
Sampson guarded by Bird, but Bird doing a good job against him. Traveling called against Rouse.
Yo, if that happens today, in today's game, they'll be fouled.
Brewer was trying to post up.
Yo, I hate today's basketball. It's so cringy to watch.
Bird out on Cummings.
It forces the offensive players to move without the ball.
The Celtics are playing scintillating ball. Go to work as the center. McRae get knocked away.
So look, when it comes to Larry Bird, the defender, was he Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, just locking guys down 94 feet? No, of course not. But Larry Bird, the defender, wasn't a negative on that end, and his overall team defense was a big-time plus. I was watching a ton of those clips. The way he gets in passing lanes, double teams, his help defense is top-tier, A-plus defense. If someone says Bird couldn't play defense, didn't play defense, what they're based on most likely is how he looks. If you know Larry Bird, that's the worst mistake you could possibly make. As offensively, people did the exact same thing. And what happened over and over and over again? This quote-unquote slow, unathletic guy cooked them time and time again. On defense, kind of the exact same story.
They have a 4-on-2 opportunity. Lloyd to Sampson. And no basket.
And to go to the half. Bird, the quick hand.
Both of them have bounced around the rim and just haven't.
Bird the steal on Davis.
Great defensive anticipation by Bird.
Lister's got Ainge in a switch down low. And Bird saw the pass coming to Cummings.
He's on the weak side. He's looking, steps out, knows that it's going cross court, just steps right back in.
That Boston accent so thick. What right there at the corner of them? So thick. Sounds like an Italian guy.
This is why Larry Bird's a great defensive ball player, because of his weak side and his team defensive play.
They will call it foul in today's game.
Bird knocks it away. 6 on the shot clock. Hastings, good pass to contact, and a great block inside.
Whitman. No changes for the Celtics. Dominique. Blocked by Bird.
Nope.
If you watch 86 Bird, the defender, there's no way he's a subpar defender, even average defender. And look at the numbers, they back it up even more so. 86 Bird, the regular season, first in defensive win shares. I repeat, first out of the entire NBA. Defensive plus minus, 9. Steals, 8, and finished 11th in all defensive team voting, 1 vote shy of making second team. Now look at the postseason, nearly identical. Defensive win shares, second. Defensive plus minus, third. And for steals, he ranked 6th.
Watched by McHale. Bird coming over to double a lot. So they're in the scoring drought with 4 minutes and 46 to go.
What an eye. What an eye. He's so good.
Throws it right into the hands of Bird. There's a 4-on-1 break for the Celtics. And Ainge. Bird steals from McCray. Double with McHale. Peterson goes up. Wiggins there. Rockets.
We're in sudden death playoff at the Kemper Open. We'll update.
See some great defense by Larry Bird. You know, he's forcing them.
Oh, man, that's crazy, man. That's some high IQ stuff.
Knocked away by Bird.
The inbound pass to much too late, and here's Bird comes over at the last instant.
I'm telling you, they will call foul in that in today's game, man. How physical that game is.
As they did in the first half, and another Rocket turnover.
And Ainge was practically taken off, but here's Bird hustling. I'll tell you, inspiration, there it is. When he goes down on the floor, the rest of them will fly through the building.
So that right there is the end of the video, and I'll say one last thing.
Wow.
When looking at the best small forwards and the best players in today's game, all these guys in one degree or another have a big-time flaw in their arsenal. For LeBron at his peak, he was an athletic demon who could dunk on anyone. What was his big-time flaw? Free throw shooting and his outside jumper. Someone like Kevin Durant at his peak, one of the best scorers of all time. But what were his 2 weak points? Leadership, passing, and rebounding. Then Kawhi Leonard. This guy's a two-way player, was phenomenal. But what's the one trait he lacked severely? Passing and playmaking, and being an upper echelon leader like a Larry Bird. My overall point is pretty simple. Larry Bird in his day in '86 was a 5-tool player who could do it all. He could score, pass, rebound, play defense, he could lead a team, play off ball, shoot the mid-range 3 to free throw, and hit a game winner if need be. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.
That was pretty good, man. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. And it's so different, the game from back then to now. It just, I can't watch it now. Like, I can't. I see the games today so slow, so taking their time, always taking time off because some injury, whatever. It's like, bro. And desire for winning is not there. I think they gave them too much money. These people were literally just playing for $50,000 a year. Like, it's the mindset is so different. Wow. There you go. I just learned something new here. Like, Bird was on top of his game. No joke. No joke. Let me know what you guys think, guys. I will see you in the next one. I'm out.